What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Boom Boom Room with Jumpin' Jack. Today's topic is Chicago school stories. As you know, I was born and raised on the west side of Chicago, from K-Town. I'm going to tell some stories about my upbringing there and going to school. It was a lot of crazy stories, so be prepared for some unusual things. All right. When I was in like 7th grade, I was walking to school, and I looked on the curb. I saw around a 10-inch orange dildo, rubber. It was in a Ziploc bag. So I got it, put it in my backpack. I took it to school. I'm in school, right? I pulled it out. I'm shaking it to my buddies on the table, shaking to everybody. So they want to see it. My guy down there, he big. Let me see it. So the teacher, he's doing some work. He got his head down. So I'm watching him, right? I'm watching him. So I take it and I toss it to Donnell. Teacher didn't raise his head up. So Donnell got it. He's shaking it at people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Little boys, man, you crazy. And he messed around and he shook it to at this one girl. And that girl screamed. When she screamed, I looked straight at the teacher. The teacher still got his head down, not looking up. So Donnell took it and he threw it back to me. And I'm praying to hurry up and get to me on time. It looked like it was rotating in slow motion. And I'm looking at the teacher. I'm constantly looking at it. Looking at the teacher, constantly looking at it. And when I raised my hand and caught it, my arm, and I caught it like this, I looked straight in the teacher's eyes. Man, he sent me to the office, right? Sent me to the office, then he sent the dildo down behind me to the principal. I got suspended, I think like 3 days. And so my mom had to take me back to school. So when we get there, we're in the principal's office, he got it on his table. And he was just talking and telling my mom how he's tired of me, this and that. I'm just too bad in school, blah blah blah. But he got the dildo in his hand, and he's shaking it, just shaking. I'm tired of him. He's doing this, he's doing that, blah blah blah. And my mom said, "I wish you stopped shaking that dick in my face," and I lost it. Then she hit me in the back, of course. So that's one story. That's a funny story though. Yeah. There's another one. All right. The school I was going to in 8th grade, it's called Rankin. That school was like almost like a prison. So if you about to go to Rankin, people are gonna tell you, don't go in there acting like no punk. Don't go in there acting like no punk. Blah blah blah. Them dudes over there don't play or whatever. Anyway. I'm in the class, and two of my friends, I wasn't that big, but I had no hands though. But my two partners, they were the biggest dudes in school. Phil and Theopolis, they were the biggest dudes in school. So anyway, we're in the classroom, we got this one new kid, this short dude. His name was AB. And he was a small guy, but I see he had some scars in his face, like he'd been in a lot of fights or whatever. Anyway, his first day, the man was walking through past my desk, going to his seat. I was like, "What's up, man?" And little daddy said, "Fuck you," like that. I was like, "Oh, okay. Okay, you don't know who I am." So later on that evening, at the end, it was on a Friday too. So when school was about to be out, when that bell ring, our teacher, first somebody out the building, he out of there. And, but we had basketball practice on Friday after class or whatever. So inside the classroom, we had lockers in there, like the full body lockers. This dude, he was putting his stuff in his locker. So I rushed up behind him and I pushed him in the locker, and then I locked the lock. And so we went to basketball practice. I said, "Well, no, when I get out of practice, I let him out." But after practice, I forgot. I forgot he was in there. I went home. And so that Monday, when we get back to school, we sitting in the classroom, and I keep hearing them girls say it stink back there or whatever. Like somebody broke wind or whatever. I ain't think nothing. I'm just bending up your head, still trying to squeeze on girl booties or whatever. But then I heard somebody say, somebody in that locker. When they said that, my heart dropped. I left that man in that locker the entire weekend. Man, I was so scared. I don't think I ever been that scared in my life. So they called the janitors. The janitors came and cut the lock. Then, he fell out of there. Had boo-boo all over himself. But he didn't snitch. That's shot time for you. He didn't snitch, but he did transfer from that school. That's that AB story. And we got another one. We had this substitute teacher. I don't know if she's African or what, but she was real dark. She had a dress on. She was thick too. And so the lady had a dress on. And all these stories, they true. I'm gonna tell you, they true. The lady had a dress on. So I went up there and I talked to her and I dropped something on the floor and looked under her dress. And she don't close her legs. Matter of fact, it looked like she opened them more. I was like, man, my guy saw it. Then everybody went up there, dropping stuff, looking under the table, dropping stuff, looking under the table. And so we get ready to go to lunch. We gotta get on the single file line. When she walked past, everybody stick their hand out, squeeze her behind. She don't say nothing. She ain't say nothing. So we go to the lunchroom, to the cafeteria. My guy Kenneth, he went across the street. There was a restaurant across the street, and he bought a Polish sausage. He's not supposed to be leaving that school ground, but he did it anyway. We do what we want to do, man. But anyway, he come back with that Polish, and the teacher, the substitute teacher, she asked him for a piece. She was like, "Can I have a piece of that Polish?" And he gave it to her. She broke her little piece off or whatever. And so after lunch, we on our way back to the class, in the line again. We still squeezing out, taking our hand out, squeezing up behind. And we had this one gym teacher. He was a hater. He saw us. He got me and two more dudes, Kenneth and another guy, sent us to the office, to the principal office. So I tell them guys, hey man, y'all let me talk like that. We get in there, the principal was going off. I'm talking about, we about to get in trouble. He was doing all types of threats or whatever. And then I asked, can I say something? And he told me to go ahead. And I told him, I said, it wasn't even us. I said, she was leading us on. I said, she was letting us do it. I said, she even asked Kenneth for some of his Polish. And he was like, what? See, Polish can mean penis too. It's like slang for penis. And so he was like, what? Yep. And so he got on the intercom and he called that substitute teacher. He told her that he's embarrassed to ask her this question, but he have to ask her this. He said, did you ask Kenneth Broomfield for some of his Polish? And she said, I know I was supposed to, but I did. It was looking so good. She got fired. I feel bad. I feel bad now. Back then I didn't feel bad. I was happy when I got away. I feel bad we got the lady fired, but I couldn't take them 3 days. That's one of them. And then we had this, in that same school, Rincon, we had this one teacher named Mr. Woodard, light-skinned dude. He was real cool, like, real cool, like deep waves or whatever. Real smooth dude. But they say he was like a black belt in karate. That's the word or whatever. So in that class, when we come in, you can eat, you can bring snacks. But he got like some math problems every day. He got like 5 math problems on the board. You have to do the math problem first, and then if you got chips or whatever, you can eat your stuff. He's not gonna say nothing. So me and my guy Donald, we come in, we ain't doing no math problem. We eating our snacks anyway. So I had the popcorn. Donald had some potato chips. So he was like, Tyrone, Donald, put your snacks up. So I don't those problem. I like, all right, put the popcorn up. Donald, he ain't put his up. As a matter of fact, he leaned back and started eating them slow, looking at Mr. Woodard. So Mr. Woodard come over there, he snatched the chips out of his hand. Donald jumped up, he pushed Mr. Woodard. Mr. Woodard pushed him against the wall and grabbed his chin like this, and he squeezed, and blood came down both sides of Donald's mouth, just like that. And like years later, Donald hit his mouth, it started bleeding. So Mr. Woodard, he messed Donald up. But my experience with Mr. Woodard, okay, well, I'm in the classroom, I don't know what's going on, but he said something. He said something to me. And I'm like, man, after class, I'm like, after school, you know what I'm saying? Like he another student. You know what I'm saying? Like after school, he was after school. Like that. I already know, I got Phil and Doppler. Them my two partners, they big dude in the school. We're gonna beat the brakes off Mr. Woodard after school. And so, all throughout the day, every time I see him, he look at me, I punch myself in the hand, grinding it, because I'm finna beat the shit out you later on, Mr. Woodard. So, I lost focus, right? I'm at the back of the class, just mean mugging Mr. Woodard, waiting on the school to be out so we can go ahead and scrap. So after class, I noticed Phil and Doppler, they was gone too. Now it's just me and Mr. Woodard. And so Mr. Woodard got up, started rolling his sleeves up. I'm scared now, but I can't let him know. So I threw them dukes up, whatever. No, like I'm finna swing on it and then dip. Took off running. He tried to catch me in the classroom. I beat him to the door. I can't get out. And you know how that school door got that window right there. I can't get out. I look, Phil and Doppler, they on the other side of the door, holding me in there. So now here comes Mr. Woodard. All I gotta do is get on my back and then go ahead and chop me, doing all this karate stuff until he get tired. No, that was my experience with Mr. Woodard. And my advice, don't mess with Mr. Woodard. The same school, you know, we have this test. I guess some people got the STAR test, but in Chicago at that time, it was called the OWL test. We had this one guy, this dude was stupid, and I'm for real. When I say stupid, the guy's stupid for real. Like, he don't comprehend. He just was a bad student. I don't know if he wasn't trying, but I'm still gonna stick with stupid. Anyway, but his mom was a lawyer, and his sister was in college. But he like a knucklehead. He don't know nothing. So the Friday we gonna have that test on Monday, but that Friday they brought somebody from the state with the test booklets or whatever, and answer sheets, pass them around, let us look them over or whatever, so we can kind of get familiar with the test and how the answer sheets and whatever. But so at the end of the class, they were like, just put them on the desk when you leave out. So everybody would put them up there. But this guy, he took his home. And so the whole weekend, his mom and his sister, they worked all those problems. And so he got the answers to everything. So we get to class, we taking that test. Every time I get stuck, pretty much math was just killing me. But every time I get stuck on a problem, I tell him, I need that answer here, give it to me. Right now. This guy, at the end of the day, he had the highest score in the whole state, the whole city of Chicago, had the highest score, test score. Anyway, in order to go to the ninth grade, you have to pass that test. And so Mr. Woodard, he'll call everybody up there, let them know if they pass or they got to take that class again. So I go up there, and he was like, well, you didn't pass or whatever. You have to be retained. Man, I snapped. I said, ain't no way I didn't pass. I cheated too. No, I'm going to the office. I took off to the principal office when he had sent somebody to catch me. Say he was just bullshitting. I'm like, man, don't be playing like that, cause I cheated and then still don't pass it. You know, I'm gonna feel like, oh boy, I'm gonna feel stupid. You know. And so my sister, she was going to this one school called Marconi. If you from the west side, well, K-Town, you know Marconi. My sister was going there. I was going to Rincon. And so in order for me to go to school to Rincon, I had to catch the CTA bus. So one morning, my sister told me, well, the next day when I got home, she told me this dude snapped her on the way to school. And that's a no-no. If you want to get hurt, you touch my sister. You want to be in trouble. But anyway, so the next day, I waited on the old boy. Me and my partner Don waited on him. We saw the dude and we beat the brakes off on him. So I took his books and everything, threw him everywhere, swole his face up. And so now we had to go to school. We get to school, we late, real late, because we gotta catch the bus. The bus is run on routes or whatever. So we sit in the class. Somebody come in there, they were like, man, it's a lot of police officers in the office like that. Now I'm scared. So the principal called the teacher, Mr. Hershey, asked him, was me and Donald in the class? And he was like, yeah, they're here. He said, can you send them to the office? So we go to the office. Man, police all in the hallway. We walk in there, man, that dude's eyes was swole. Like, I didn't know he had did him like that. And then he just pointed one finger. As soon as he pointed that finger, they grabbed us, throw the handcuffs on us. I was like, man, what you talking about? We ain't did nothing to this dude. I don't even know him. Whatever. And then they about to lock us up, but then it's one officer said, well, let's check with the teacher. See that they come late. Said, because if they did this, there's no way they could have made the school on time. Like that. So they're like, okay. So they called Mr. Hershey. Said, what time did Tyrone and Donald get to school? He said, it was the first somebody in class. Just like that. They let us go. That dude crying, but they let us go. He told us when we go back, said, that's the last time online for y'all. Don't do that no more. But I appreciate that, Mr. Hershey. All right, this story right here, it'll be my last story. When I was in like 7th grade, right? Basketball tryouts popped up. I was a buster. I wasn't no hooper. I was a buster. But I wanted to make the team because my friends, they can play. And I wanted to be on the team because my friends were on the team. So I tried out or whatever. And they put the sheet up on the wall with everybody's name that made the team. So it's packed around that thing. Everybody trying to see their name, whatever. Man, I checked the thing like 5 times, I don't see my name. Man, I was crushed. I'm talking about crushed. So, but then I was mad too. So I went home that day. I went straight to the park and started playing basketball, practicing or whatever. I really played 2 straight years, every day, not missing a day. That's why I became great. Anyway, so it was this one guy. That was my park. I took that park over. I had to leap in the building. I dunk on everybody. When you get in my way, I'm dunking on you. But it was this one guy. He come out there. I forgot his last name, but his name was Tracy. He was 6'10". He was going to Arkansas. He was about to play ball at Arkansas. So every time I go on a break and I try to shoot the ball, that dude will swallow. He'll beat it. my friend laughing at me because, that's my part. Nobody do me like that. I'm the man out there. This dude was killing me, man. Every time I try to score on the man, he was blocking it. So, the game go to 32. We 30-30. So I get a steal. I'm on a fast break. This dude trailing me. I hear his footsteps. He's trailing me. So I went up. He had a high top fade too. I went up like this with two hands, like I was at the dunk it with two hands, and I just pulled it down. When I pulled it down, his hand slapped the backboard. And that hair, all that on his head, was in my chin, make me look like I had a big beard. But I'm like this, in the rim, like right where my eyes at. Man, I cocked it back. I power dunked on that dude. Power dunked on him. I'm talking about shut the paw down. I was so charged up. I was just screaming in one spot, just jumping up in one spot, screaming in his face. Like that. Man, dude slapped the shit out of me. You know what I did? Took off. I took off. Old boy tried to catch me. Back then, you ain't catch me. When I take off, I shift that second gear. I'm like, I'm in the car. Yeah, I'm comfortable. You ain't gonna catch me, man. I rolled the window up on me and everything. But stuff like that was teaching me a lesson. I should have learned a lesson then, but I didn't. Because this guy, what's the guy name? Rennie. His name was Rennie. No, Carl, my bad. His name was Carl. When I was a scrub, man, that dude used to handle me. He was a grown man, but he used to handle me on the basketball court. But when I became great, then I turned the tables on him. And so, dude cannot guard me at all. And he tries to get the ball, I'm going to steal it, or I'm going to block his shot, and then I'm gonna turn him or whatever. So he tried to shoot again, I steal the ball, I go down, I wait on him to come, slow down, wait. As soon as he get close, I just jump up, dunk it, and hang on the rim, looking at him, and shake my head. I was doing all types of stuff. So one time, the guy, he jogged to the side. He had like a shirt or jacket or something over there. He jogged to the side. And he went down and he get a pistol. Just like that. He get that pistol and he pulled it up just like that, quick. If I run, he gonna shoot. He gonna shoot. And so he got that gun, he walking up to me, right? And everybody was saying, come on, Carl, man, don't do that, Carl. Come on, Carl, don't do that, Carl. On the inside, I'm like, come on, Carl, don't do that, Carl. I was scared here, but he don't know it. Because I'm looking at him straight in the eye, not even blinking. But on the inside, man, I was so scared. That man came, he put that gun on my nostril and closed one of my nostrils up. And he said, laugh now. Like that. No facial expression. He said, y'all, that's all y'all do is talk shit, y'all youngsters. Then he took the gun down. I really wanted to go home, but you can't go. If I go home, it looks like I'm scared. I had to stay there and hoop all day. So I should have learned. So you cannot talk to everybody. So anyway, that was just some funny stuff I was thinking about Chicago, growing up in Chicago. I ain't gonna say nothing about Mississippi because when I went down to Inverness, I know y'all hating on me when I started dunking on y'all. Yeah. Dunking on y'all. Y'all already know it. You ain't gotta see it. You ain't gotta see it. Yeah. All the ones y'all amp up, praising high, got dunked on by Jumping Jack. All you gotta do is ask them. Whoever you feel like your top player around Inverness, ask them, did they ever get dunked on by me? Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, people, like, subscribe, comment, share the video. Happy Thanksgiving. And until next time, peace out.